Hey, welcome to episode 1 of 2026. This is the Hook Rip and Banger podcast. I'm Dan. This is Jess.
Hi.
We are here today on the corner of O'Connell and Victoria Street at the Last Chance Rock and Roll Bar. It's going to be a really cool episode. What else are we going to get up to today?
After we leave the Last Chance, we're going to head to the Tote. But for now, we're going to find Leanne and Shane, who are inside. And we're going to ask them a few things about these pubs.
Hell yeah, let's do it. We're inside the Last Chance now with Shane and Leanne. Thank you for having us. Hey. How you
Thanks for
doing?
being here.
Thanks. How did you get this whole place? How did this happen?
I'll let Shane answer that one.
It was just kind of like, it's always been, my life's dream to, one, hang out in as pubs as much as I can. My grandfather used to take me to the local pub all the time, and I was just a fixture there. And I was kind of blessed with having like through the childhood, having some really good publicans that would let me loose and some good bartenders. Silka, I don't think Silka will be watching this, but a publican called Rhodey Hogan, or Rhodey as we used to call him.
Strong name.
Yeah, he's actually an interesting character. He's since passed, but he had an awful stutter unless he was pissed, and he would speak without a stutter. It was a thing of beauty. But they kind of like made me fall in love with pubs. But then as I grew up, I fell in love with music just as much. And I started probably hanging around, going to live music venues, underage whenever I could. And, I kind of just grew into, well, you can combine the two. So that was the dream the whole time, and worked hard to get there. And, we ended up with this place. We were never going to buy it. We were actually going to buy Yayas when it went up for sale.
It was just out of our price range.
But it was just out of our price range.
Yeah.
And
so
then
things could have been
very, very different.
Yeah.
But then when this came up, it was just a place that we really, I'd hung out in a fair bit, and it was there, and we were like, we can do something with this because, small bands are what I love.
Yeah.
And, we ended up here. So it as hard as it is, it's probably the best thing we've ever done in our life, the Last Chance. So, yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she blames me.
Yeah.
Daily.
But we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all Shane's fault.
Yeah.
Did you spend much time here before when it was the public bar?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
when it was the public bar, but it was kind of like, the old dollar pots nights and things like that.
We all remember those.
Well, I'm surprised anyone remembers them. We still get hassled about them.
People still come in
And we're like-
ask for dollar pots.
Yeah, and
like,
this is,
In this
2025.
economy.
yeah,
This economy.
yeah. But, and I don't think they make Geelong bitter anytime. Remember Geelong bitter? So you remember
I don't think they make it
they don't make it anymore. They used to make it in Geelong, obviously, but yeah, it used to have various names. I think they called it. Where did they call it? Piss. It was. Well, that explains how it tasted.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think I would have avoided it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
Quite well, yeah.
Yeah, I
You
can't
drink
remember
anything
where.
for $1 a pot.
Yeah.
But
But
you
yeah.
questioned at one point.
So we still get the dollar pots question, but yeah, we've definitely changed it from being the public bar, I think, to the Last Chance. It was one of those things we wanted to change when we came in here, because we knew that, like, no matter what happens, we're the last people that will do live music here.
Yeah.
It's just it's just going to happen. Like, this is hot real estate. We're across from the Queen Vic Market, and we kind of knew when we looked at the lease, we went, there's not much of it left, so the owner of the building will no doubt want to renovate it or kick us scumbags out. But it's been doing live music for 30 odd years now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how quickly was the changeover from the name? What made you decide to change?
Straight away, it was just one of those things. I'd lived behind a place in Port Hedland. I worked on the rail up there for a fair while. And I lived behind a place called the Last Chance, and it was an interesting place because it was literally some people's last chance, and it was a weird venue split into two. I drank out the back, which was where all the undesirables drank. You could put it. I'll put it that way. And like behind the bar, which ran for about 20 odd meters, it was just A4 printouts of people stuck up on the wall with "Band for Life" written across it. And it was everywhere. So it was a pretty rough and tumble place. And I lived behind it for a fair while. And I was just in there. I'd go home. I had such a good time there that I thought, when we buy a place, and it kind of fit because knowing that this was the last chance for this place as well, with us buying it. Because before we bought it, it had been like a mini golf place.
Yeah.
And someone had put in an offer because we bought it off the guys from Roll Bar, and someone had put an offer in. And I rang an hour after this person had bought it and said, okay, we'll make an offer. And they said, oh, you're an hour late. But then the person who bought it, he'd bought it for his son. And he walked in and went, oh, no way. Like, so they rang me back and said, do you still want it? And I said, yeah. But yeah, so we named it after the last chance in Port Hedland. I'm still there. So if you're ever in Port Hedland, it's probably more crazy than this place.
Are the rumours true that you once danced on the pool table naked?
At the last chance. Not this one.
Not this one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of I used to do that more than once. Did a couple of times.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's a good pub. But yeah, that's kind of the backstory behind the last chance. It's just my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I support your decisions and choices. Don't agree with them all the time, but I support it. And this was a good one.
This is a good. See, that's the first time I've heard that.
That's good. That's because there's a camera in front of you.
Yeah.
It's been recorded. This was a good
I
decision.
only need to say it once.
So there's gigs every night of the week. Most of them are free. You've got a pool table, you've got a kitchen, you do food specials, there's cheap booze, there's good people. Every time you walk in here, you either know someone or you get to know someone. How important is keeping that community vibe in here for you?
I think that's our whole aim, isn't it?
Yeah.
And always has been
Yeah.
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, for us, it's like, I don't know many people that will get into a venue of this size for money because, like, even before you approach it, you know you're not making money. It's not a thing where there's profit involved. But what it is about is building a community and also helping to build the communities above us with bigger venues. So you're trying to, a place like The Last Chance is a place where bands begin and bands end. So it's kind of that thing where people go up, like some keep going up, and some of them have started here, which is great. But most of the time you kind of go up and then down, or you kind of just stay here, which is just as good. But yeah, that's all about community, because without the bands that are built around community, these places don't exist, but those bands don't exist either. So that's why we do things like the $10 meals on Tuesdays. Like
So many bands have started from the
Tuesday night
dinners.
Yeah. And it's a way to get people in from like different parts of the community. We're kind of a bit of a melting pot of genres here, which is always nice. We've never stuck to one type of music or anything like that. And it's just the best thing, I think, because it is small, it's grassroots, and you can't. I always tell people you can't grow a tree from the top down. You've got to start underneath the ground, and that's definitely what The Last Chance is. So, and I'm hopefully people have probably made themselves lifelong friends here. They've probably lost a couple of lifelong friends as well. But yeah, it's the most important thing that we do in terms of music is building that community. So, the fact that you can have fun and have a laugh at the same time doing it's super important, which is what people should remember as well. Like, this isn't about hitting the piss or anything like that. This a place like The Last Chance is about gathering with like-minded people and celebrating what people create. So come on down and do it. And that's with every venue, no matter what the size is. So whether it's the Old Bar, the Bendy, Nighthawks, we all do the same thing. Yeah. So it's good, isn't it?
Can you name some of the bands that have started out here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's been a fair few.
So many. So many, and then my mind can't think of them.
I think
happens,
you go through it all, and there's so many. Like, I can't think of it. I think my favourite is because they are my favourite band, is like Coffin played their first ever gig here in Melbourne, and the way we got that gig,
That's the best.
this is a good story. I'm sure they won't mind me telling this. Fuck you, man. I'm going to tell it. It's a good story. They were
Come on the pod and defend this question, Coffin. There you go.
They booked a gig at another venue that will remain nameless. And anyway, a venue in Sydney contacted this other Melbourne venue and wrote an email going, do not book this band.
They are the worst band.
Their crowd.
They'll trash the venue. They'll smash glasses. They're terrible music.
Yeah, and anyway, we've been listening to the album. We're all like,
Please.
They contacted us and said, can we play? And we're like, yeah, sure. And then this other venue in Melbourne sent us the email from Sydney and said,
Be
and we're
careful
all like,
of this
be careful of this band.
band.
We're like, well, we had the album at that time and the EP, and we were like, this is like fucking awesome. Like we were smashing it on the, and we were like, oh, no problem. So like the booker was like, and we're like, no, like let it play. Like this is great. Like, so they came down, and when they first came, this is the first time they ever played in Melbourne, and they were sitting up. The booker had rang them and said, look, just don't fuck up because the owner's there because he likes you. And like you'll know him when you walk in because you'll just know him. So they walked in and they just sat there and they're the nicest people. Like they live with us when they live in Melbourne now, and they have pretty much from the start. And they played their first half dozen gigs here in Melbourne, and they're probably my favourite. Every one of them's been my favourite gig. I think I've only even missed one Coffin show at the last
missed
chance.
that Coffin show, didn't you? And I would say
it was a wedding.
it was my favourite gig that we've ever had here at Last Chance,
Mm.
and Shane wasn't here for it.
Yeah, I did. No. I was kind of here though because it was the first Legless Records takeover day, and I was in the middle of the country at my nephew's wedding, and we were on a farm, so I was getting intermittent. Like there wasn't much phone coverage, so occasionally I would just get these random ass text messages from someone else, a couple of people, one of them who will remain nameless as well. Just where the fuck are you? Oh, it's such a great day, and I was so.
It was actually the
they
best day, and you missed
literally
out.
harassed me from 11 a.m. in the morning until
7 a.m.
Until 7 a.m. I was so pissy. And especially because I'm like get random fucking mobile phone service, and then I'd end up with like 40 messages from these assholes. And they were like, you're obviously the best. And it was like Stiff Richards and Cutters played, and then Coffin played. It was just, the lineup was incredible. And Coffin are probably my favourite band. That's kind of, they didn't start here, but like they began their Melbourne journey.
There's an origin story.
Yeah.
Then I did threaten them once as well.
You did threaten us on that.
I threatened.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know if this will make it because there's a bit of violence involved. So I said, if you ever play any other venue in Melbourne, I'll cut your testicles off. And they did. They booked a show at the Tote.
Yeah.
And we were here at like 7 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, oh, fuck it, we might as well just stay up and we'll just go over to the Tote when it opens. And we beat them there. And I was standing out the front as they pulled up, and one of them went, oh, shit. And they literally didn't remember what he said. But I was just standing out the front. But yeah, that was the first time they ever played anywhere else in Melbourne. I was so pissy on it. But now they're too big. The irony, isn't it? Now they're too big for the Tote.
Yeah.
And now so anyway, but yeah. Coffin, who's yours?
That started here on my favourite day.
Well, what started you?
I've got favourites like, I think Rathead. Yeah, Rathead. Rathead played their first show here. And they came down from Shepparton when they were 18. And then
Maybe 18.
Definitely 18.
Definitely
18.
old enough.
They were 18.
No, they were.
They were, because then Sam had his 21st here
Yeah.
2 years later, and seeing like that sort of evolution of people like coming in when they're 18, playing their first show in Melbourne, and then watching them sort of grow up makes you feel old, but that's the best part, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And then making like lifelong friends with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do is awesome here. It's like you supporting this community of creative people, and we love it. That's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
So we see people grow. We discover new things and constantly doing that. Yeah, it's really incredible, and it's probably a bit thankless at times. So it's
I don't think it's thankless. I think that it's that thing where, like the community, I just saw there's a dart up there. I just noticed that.
God, yeah.
I think it's that thing where it's a mutual support thing where things like this and things that we do and the things that bands do, it's recognizing one another and how we all have a bit to contribute. And I think that's the important thing for the wider community at large to learn as well. Like your small bit of participation in something or promotion of something actually has a magnifying effect. And that's an important part. In order for us to maintain a healthy live music scene or bands to be able to, like, I'm a big believer in that bands should be able to earn an income from the work that they do, like a proper income.
Yeah.
It takes everyone's involvement, whether that's a music venues, punters, the people that print the merch. We're a very big ecosystem. The people that make the stickers, do the art. We're an ecosystem and an economy onto ourselves, so we all have to participate. And it's not about if you're prioritising profit that goes into your pocket, you probably shouldn't be involved in local music. It should be about prioritising everyone. So, these things that like what we're doing now is very important. And, it's a mutual thing and we can all lift one another up in our own way. And, that's the philosophy we have in terms of what we do here. And, it's very important. So
It's excellent to hear. It's,
Yeah. The wheels have to keep turning, and it takes every little moving part to keep it going.
Yeah, and a lot of grease.
A lot of grease. The most important
And
part.
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the beer is the grease in this. Yeah.
Oh.
I like
Yeah,
it.
But yeah, it is. But it is about people as well. Like if you have a look at like some of the punters are iconic here. Like if you look at someone like Poodle, who was I don't know if you like we all know Poodle.
We do.
Yeah, and if you ever had a look at his diary, that is
I've seen his calendar.
his calendar
He's
is
got
insane.
Every
cool.
gig mapped out in his calendar,
Yeah.
and it's not just one gig a night.
Yeah.
He's going to every single gig he can, and he's got everything planned out.
Yeah,
People like that, isn't
it's
it?
people like that, and that's what we do it for as well. It's like to give people a place to go, and like we have arguments with people that not within our community, but out like government and stuff like that, where they go, alcohol, and it's like it's not about alcohol. Like we speak to a lot of parents who go, thank you for what you do because you're saving us so much in therapy for our children because it's a place where the oddballs gather and make something pretty cool. So it's a good thing, but punters like Poodle, I mean, he makes our world go round, and punters like him as well. So yeah, it's all good.
Shout out to Poodle.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Poodle.
it's kind of like that long-running joke forever of if there's so many gigs on in a night, if you end up at the gig that Poodle's at, you're like, oh, I've made the right decision.
Yeah. But the irony is he's probably at two other gigs.
He's been at the other two.
Yeah, and I've been at gigs and like even went, I might pop down here, and I've like literally walked straight in and went, what the fuck, where did you?
It can be done.
It can be done.
We're in the band room now, and we've all seen a lot of really great shows here, really great bands. Would you like to talk about some of your favourite shows, gigs, bands that have been in this very stage?
You go first. I've got mine, but you go first.
I think the most iconic gig that we've probably had here is probably now, and I think at the time it kind of rated straight away as well, was Emma and the Sniffers played a $2 entry front bar show. Which is kind of went down as being something that was a little bit crazy because I was just on the verge of being, that band.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I think they supported the Foo Fighters the night before, and then they were just like, "Let's do a gig in the front bar at Lasties." And
$2.
I think it was my stupid idea to make it $2.
Wow. Can you imagine if they did a free show?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Wow.
They tried to do one this year after a certain event. at Federation Square, but they got told they weren't allowed to do it.
If you,
Yeah. But
that would have been.
that's what they
bananas.
told.
Yeah.
They were like, you can't go to Last Chance right now and play a gig at all. That's just chaos. So, but yeah, I think any of the Stiff Richards gigs here, I've been in, but that's every gig, no matter where it is, but they've been good. One of our personal favourites, I think, for Leanne and I, which she's going to hate me for saying straight away, is we're huge Dump Hunts fans. And that's like, you know how you have couple music?
We've got a few bands that
We're like,
Oh, this is the crossover.
it's that. So
Yeah.
they're always super, super lovely gigs to have. But I mean, I think every gig we've kind of had in its way has been pretty amazing. We've had a lot that we're probably not allowed to talk about just because of the circumstances around them have been pretty weird.
Redacted.
There was there was a surfboard and private function gig here that was pretty odd, but we can't talk about why it was odd.
We had
We got a legal obligation not to.
Wow.
It's nothing bad.
We happened to have a function in the front bar,
That was really odd.
an odd function.
It was an odd function.
And then we had, private function,
surfboard.
surfboard in the band room.
Private function while private function were playing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was an interesting private function that was going on in the
Yeah.
front bar that we won't talk
It was
about.
really odd.
Sure, Poodle was at both events,
Yeah,
right?
Poodles were both fun. But yeah, I think I loved it when the Hard-Ons played here. That was pretty cool. Just for me personally, I'm a huge Hard-Ons fan. But yeah, there's been so many. When I think about it, it's been 10 years, and at a minimum, we do 6 or 7 gigs a week.
Yeah.
And we're pretty active owners as well. So, we're usually behind the bar or picking up glasses when gigs are happening.
Yeah.
So you just kind of catch that 5 minutes, unless it's is something like Dump Hunts where we jump in. But we had your birthday gigs have
That was
always been absolute crackers.
One of the ones, because I stay sober for all the bands. I think my 40th birthday
Yeah.
had the
Digger
lineup
and the
was
Pussycats.
Licklash, Digger and the Pussycats, and they're like one of my all-time favourite bands ever. Then I thought the headliner was Stiff Richards, which I was very happy with. And then as soon as they got off stage, Cutters got on stage and finished the night out. And I think that was probably the best,
Yeah.
one of our best gigs, wasn't it?
A long
It
night.
was a long night. We closed on the Sunday. So,
Wow.
Dude.
Huge to have to close on the Sunday.
we were prepared.
Yeah.
We knew to close on the Sunday.
Deserve a day after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, all the coffin gigs.
The coffin gigs have always been
Huge.
the best.
The only gigs that I'd take work off for.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Because you want to or you have to?
Right, it's not
Both.
yeah. Because I don't drink that much either when we're watching gigs, but with them I do. So.
Any of the legless
Yeah, it was bad.
bands.
Actually, now you kind of look around and you kind of
Yeah.
you see the stickers and stuff, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like a bit of a walking like album, really. You look around, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that band. I've seen that band
Yeah.
with all the stickers on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other good one, I think visually the best one we've ever had has been the Neptune Power Federation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
incredible to
fucking
watch live.
iconic. Yeah, like the amount of smoke, and like I think there's a couple of ones where I was like, oh, where the fire brigade's going to be here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the private
of
function
theatre.
Christmas parties gigs, we had a couple of them. They're fucking insane. Yeah, we had a few.
There's so many, though, that I can't remember.
I think the best one we have ever had, and I hope they see this, we had, when the Peep Tempel first went on hiatus, they played the Forum 2 nights in a row, and they were locals here. They drank here like 3 or 4 times a week in the afternoon because their rehearsal studio's just there. And they came and they said, look, whenever we reform, we guarantee that we'll have the first gig back at Last Chance, which they still
From the
haven't done.
forum
Yeah.
to last.
But they came and they said, can we do karaoke to have our after the last gig? And they got up and that fucking they'd had a good night and they sang The Sounds of Silence. That was the fucking
Stevie Stryker and and Blake
And it was
were up
terrible.
here singing.
It was one of the worst musical performances I've ever seen in my life. But it's still, I was up behind the desk, and it's like just burnt into my brain, the whole thing. And it was so bad. But yeah, that's probably one of the best, but literally the worst gigs we've ever had.
Yeah.
If you can call it a gig. But yeah, there's been a lot. What about yourselves?
I've actually sang karaoke on this stage before, now that you've mentioned that.
Really?
Vague memory.
Vague memories.
Yeah.
It produces vague memories.
That wasn't my favorite gig.
I don't think it was mine either. I've seen so many gigs here that I've absolutely loved. And yeah, we were saying just before about like having a Christmas party here, a work Christmas party where I fell asleep on the couch. I needed a little nap. That was a good time. One gig that I do remember that was really fun, and it was that same kind of thing of like, the show was great, but it was the theatrics of it all. I think it was King Bean and Wayne's birthday, because they do their birthdays together.
Yeah.
And it was Chuff jammed in the corner on the floor.
That's it.
Festering genital orifice on the floor,
Yeah.
and then Creek Diets on
Yeah.
the stage.
Yeah.
3 bands playing at the same time, song for song for song. And it was a hot potato, pass the
cool.
parcel.
Yeah.
Chaos. But
Wow.
I remember there was one moment, I was jammed up behind Chuff and I couldn't really see much of what was going on, but I was in there and I heard the first notes of an I Hate God song and I just lost my fucking mind because all 3 bands started playing it together.
That was
And-
cool. But that was an Arvo too.
Yes, that was
It
an afternoon
fucking
show.
insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Yeah. I was matched up, on the
Jammed in there.
and on the sound thing. So I had like the overhead look, and it was something
That's
else
chaotic.
because it was there was a lot
You.
of bodily
Next.
fluids
I was about to say it's
Yeah.
chaotic, but that seems
from
quite
everyone.
organized.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a
Mad.
good idea.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any like non-traditional sort of gigs here, so I'm missing out.
There's still time.
There's still so much time. It's always happening. I came here for my birthday, started last year actually, 2025. It was Rob, it was in Sierra, it was Who's Reality. That was just a solid night, a really good way to spend a
Yeah,
birthday.
I remember that was a good lineup.
Yeah, it was really sick. It was really good. And I'm looking at the wall, like I've seen so many of these bands here as well, so you can't go wrong, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things when you get just a solid night of
Yeah,
bands.
yeah.
And again, on the walls and the toilets, you kind of just look at and go, holy shit.
It kind of sparks a memory, like as you
Yeah.
see a stick, oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's nice though having a sick lineup in a small room.
Yeah.
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 The atmosphere and
Oh,
the
absolutely.
You're so
feeling.
in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the, always with the bigger bands, when we go, hey, do you want to play? And they go, and I go, look, if you get in
Hear me
this
out.
room,
Yeah.
sure, you can sell 500, 600 tickets elsewhere. But if you get in a room with 110 people and this small stage, I said, you'll have the best night.
Yeah.
It's a different atmosphere, and it's 100%. There's like a little cauldron. We've got a pole as well, like every good venue should have a pole just in the middle of nowhere in the most inappropriate spot.
Yeah.
And it just the intensity level goes up, and it's just it's not that it's chaotic. It's just that there's a really good feeling, and
Yeah.
If you're at the back, you're almost at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't have you see everything, you experience everything
Yeah.
so differently.
You
So,
climb
yeah.
up on the couches.
That's
You've
always
got to you've got to get behind someone. You've got to just make do.
Yeah.
And the photos that you get from them, or even the video that you get from those nights, is just fucking insane.
Yeah.
I think some of the photos I've seen from here of people in the crowd, because everything's so close
Yeah.
up between
Yep.
artist, band, artist, crowd, and the person doing filming or taking the photograph.
Yep.
And it's really intense. So
Yeah.
I think we all love that visual aspect nowadays because we're so attuned to it with our phones. But it's like you're almost in the photo. So those any night here's a good night. But yeah, those ones are pretty special. So
It's also those ones where a band's got more than 4 members, like a religious observance or
yeah.
White Horse, and you're in it. They're on the
Yeah.
floor with you.
They spill off the
You're
stage.
in it.
yeah,
You're part of the band.
I'm trying to remember the most amount of members we've had on this stage. I think we might have had like a 8 or 9 piece on there once.
Yeah, wow.
Was there a 12 piece? I'm trying to think back. Like, I think there was, and I think they kind of were like on the side here. But whenever I've played on the stage, we're in a 4 piece, and we're just like, fuck, there's no room. But it is fun.
Yeah.
It's like, you're running into one another. It's like being in like a rehearsal room. It's like,
Yeah.
So you get that same atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking.
They're memory makers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Melbourne Ska Orchestra will be coming to play here anytime, but
The horn section.
Yeah.
Over there.
would have to fit.
Tuck them behind the bar in the bathroom. Or
Yeah,
something.
the toilets or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Do you want to
But if the Melbourne Ska Orchestra want to come and play,
Feel free.
feel free.
Please
I
pop
just
down.
Don't know
They'll
where we're
make
going
it
to put you.
Yeah, they'll make
We'll work it out though.
Yeah, we might have to put you behind the bar, and if you want to go have a look at the bar,
Let's
go
go
have a
behind
look
the
at
bar.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
we've talked about gigs. We've talked about it almost being your 10-year anniversary. What's coming up at the last chance that we should be looking forward to?
We've got some good ones coming up, don't we? We've got a very special one coming up.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Shane's had a dream.
I've had one
But
dream.
one, whoa.
A realistic dream.
Shane's had several dreams,
I've had several dreams.
An achievable dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but this one, he's had a dream about this band playing here for the whole 10 years. And he said, one day I'm going to get them.
Tried
And
so
he's
hard.
tried so hard to get this band to play here. And then a few weeks ago, what happened?
Leanne booked them.
Oh,
I booked this Shane's dream gig.
Yeah. So because it's like the 10-year anniversary, it was like we had to do it. It was like I've had this dream. I think I snuck into a Cosmic Psychos gig in Warrnambool when I was 13 or 14 and got maggot drunk. Yeah, so they've just been one of those bands that I've loved since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And, obviously they're getting them here was a bit tough. Like
Yeah.
we've had them at the Tote, but we've never had them at the last chance. And after 10 years, and it's almost 10 years, it'll be just over 10 years. So we've got that. She booked it, but we've got like a.
I think that's
It's a big one for me. So
I said that was my plan, and this is how I approached it. I said, I'm sick of hearing
I see.
about Shane
Yeah.
talk about this. I just need you to do this for me. Not really for Shane.
Yeah.
But I
This is more for you.
I can't hear about it. I mean, I'm very grateful they're playing. Amazing. But I can't hear about it any longer. So can you please just help me out
yeah,
and just do the show?
yeah.
And they were understanding and sympathetic.
Probably worked actually.
Yeah.
It did. It worked. Yeah.
Please.
So finally,
Shut him up,
just
please.
actually said that. Please, I can't hear about this. Please shut him up. Please come and play this show.
Yeah.
So
But
we've got the Cosmic Psychos coming
Yeah,
up.
but we do have a 10 years, and like when you think about it, you go, like, realistically, when we started, we were like, if we survive for 2 or 3 years, we'll be really happy. The fact that we've made it to 10 and went through all the stuff that we don't want to talk about has been pretty special. So when we sat down and everyone was like, what are we going to do? And Leanne was like, why don't we just have like a month of gigs and things like that? And I was
Which
like,
is realistic, and the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Sensible.
And I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, I can't do a month of gigs because there's so many bands that I want to play here and I want to have back. And I was like, I'm going to need at least a year to do that. So I've taken like a month worth of a month, and I've kind of just went, fuck it, I'm going to make it a year of birthday gigs. And so I'm going to do a year of, I'm trying to fit 10 years in 1 year,
Yeah.
basically. And I just want to do the oddest things because we are so small and we can do things on the turn of a coin. Like we can just go, okay, we're going to do something a little bit crazy and insane. And that's what I literally was just sitting there, and that day I kind of woke up and I put a post up going, fuck it, we're doing 10 years in 1 year.
Plus, we can't fit all the amazing bands in 1 month
in one month.
that have contributed so much
Yeah.
here.
So we've got the ones that are booked, there's some really odd things like people are going to rock up at times where you just go, that's on a fucking Monday afternoon. And it's like, yeah. So it's, we'll probably keep a lot of them under wraps.
Yeah.
But we've also done it in a way where we've left gaps where we can kind of like on the spur just do something. So we don't care who the band is or what they do. We just want them to make it special for them as well.
Awesome, yeah.
Because it's probably any venue that makes it to 10 years under one lot of ownership is doing really well, considering that we're in such a cutthroat business. There's especially something like this size. So yeah, the next year is going to be 10 years in one, basically, which Leanne is not happy about.
But like I said earlier, I support you.
Yeah.
And I'll go along with whatever
yeah,
your crazy dreams
But
are.
yeah, it's kind of like, it's a good thing. Like we're going to try to do as many free events as possible. Obviously there'll be ticketed ones as well, but those ones will be insane. But yeah, if you're watching and you want to do something insane and, you know, make it really weird, get in contact with us because I am open to lots of stupid ideas. You know, we've got one that I don't think we'll announce yet, but it's going to happen at 7 a.m. I don't know.
So at the drop of a hat, notifications on.
Yeah, actually, we probably won't even announce it. It will probably
Love
just
it.
like turn because we're open to 7 a.m. on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. We'll probably just literally drop everything and someone's going to start playing.
Wow.
And yeah, so lots of things like that. So
Yeah.
real event things. I'm teaching because the city of Melbourne and the Victorian government. Not that I don't like yous, and you don't support local music. But
And this is why we don't get grants, Shane. Right there.
we're going to show them how to do it, and you know, have the community be involved with us and make it a real community event. So yeah, that's it. And what else have we got? As usual, we've got the schnitzels on Tuesdays.
So stay tuned and get a schnitzel.
Stay tuned and get a schnitzel. Yeah,
Which are the best in town?
they are.
And I'm not just saying that.
They're
They
very
are
good.
the best in town for $10.
Yeah, sometimes the crumbing's a little bit off.
Excuse me, that's my job. I'm the crummer. And I've been told
Yeah, your crumbing's.
that my crumbing skills are very good by,
Yeah.
you know, connoisseurs.
Yeah. Connoisseurs. Yeah, I had one the other night. It was very delicious.
I've had a
welcome.
good feed here. Well
Yeah,
done.
Yeah.
Yes.
it is good food.
Great.
Best
Yeah.
potato cakes in the world.
World
Yeah,
famous.
we've got-
Yeah, best potato cakes and gravy.
We've got to
Yes,
bring
it's
them
still
back
good.
up in the early morning, if not just for the staff.
7 a.m. potato cakes.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
Oh.
potato cake.
7 a.m. surprise gig, potato
potato
cake.
cakes.
Yeah,
That could be a
Barocca and soda.
Rocker and potato cake.
yeah.
We do go through a lot of Baroccas and
We
sodas,
do
don't
that
we?
little sign with our friend Ian Mackay. It's done really well for Baroque sales. But it's good, like it's important. Like
You need to hydrate.
You need to hydrate. It helps you the
It's a
next
good offering. honestly.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We have one midway through the night,
yeah. And you
and then
sweat.
you're set to keep going till 7
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah, it helps. That B12 helps the next day. But yeah,
Sounds like it's going to be an insane year. Like, absolutely insane.
hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see how how long we last doing it without running out of steam. But we haven't run out of steam in 10 years, so I don't think
Yeah.
we'll run out of the year.
Close.
Yeah, close.
We've gotten close.
Yeah.
The Baroccas will
But-
save you.
Yeah.
But the irony of all this is that on the day, Leanne and I are actually taking a holiday. We're taking like
We're taking
5 days off
5 days off in a row.
on the actual 10-year anniversary.
Wow.
So we've sort of booked it at the wrong
Yeah, 'cause
time.
we don't take holidays. So, but it was kind of like a thing where we were like, okay, if we saw the date there and we're like, should we just do it then? So yeah, we get a little
We're
holiday
taking 5 days off
yeah,
before it all
before the crazy.
really
Yeah.
kicks in.
Yeah, it's like a present to ourselves. So
So
yeah,
nothing better fuck that up.
Yeah.
Don't come up with any ideas. Before
Those
then,
dates are
I
off
just
limits.
need the
Yeah.
5 days, and then you can do whatever you want in your brain,
yeah,
and I'll support it.
a bit happens.
Good luck.
Yeah, talking of strange ideas, I think we're about to talk about another one.
Yeah, speaking of strange ideas, we're going to head off to the Tote.
Another
Imagine
one.
running 2 venues, huh?
Right?
Yeah.
Imagine doing all that and running 2 venues.
Yeah.
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 This is really interesting.
Yeah. We'll see you at the Tote.
Yeah.
We've all seen Better Totes and Gardens.
So good.
Best TV show on the
That's the
internet.
best.
You've had to make some improvements around here since taking over. Can you tell us about a few of the things that you've done in the beer garden and beyond?
Around the place?
Yeah.
There's a few.
I think the first major thing we did was to, believe it or not, this is true. So you notice that there used to be a bit of a smell at the top.
Yeah.
So the reason why was that the front toilets had completely, with every time it was busy, it would flood out into the front bar. So that's urine,
Yeah.
fecal matter,
Yeah.
sometimes
Spew.
spew, anything if it was busy. So we immediately clicked and we went, well, there's obviously something wrong.
Yeah.
And it had been happening for, at this point, almost 10 years.
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
we just got our plumber in. Actually, we had another plumber and he said, I'm not touching the tote. You can go fuck yourself. But I'll give you this number. This guy's good at it. So we got the plumbing don in. It's literally his name, the plumbing don.
Love that.
Our friend Elliot. And he came in and put a camera down and it found out there was a collapsed boundary track. So that had been causing, whenever there was a influx of too much urine, it would back up. So that was like the first thing we took care of.
That was in the first few days.
That was in the first
Yeah.
week or so. And then,
It's a good one to tackle first.
so we
Yeah.
took care of that. And then, here's another crazy thing. All pubs leak. This pub leaked a lot in the band room. And it was a hazard. So we fixed all that. We have one leak now. There's a bit of a water damage around the place that we'll probably see. So we did that.
My favourite thing that we've done is put lights out here.
Lights
Yeah.
in the beer garden.
Lights in the beer garden. Because you didn't realise how dark and depressing it was out here
Yeah.
at night. And the music.
And we put
Got
music
speakers
out here
out
now,
here.
speakers out here.
We didn't have speakers out here before.
No, it was
Yeah,
just
wow.
silence. Yeah,
you
Silence, it's dark.
yeah,
Sometimes you don't want to sit
Yeah.
with your own thoughts.
that's right. But we one of the things that we did was all this furniture that is out here, we actually found them. They're old. So you remember in COVID, they were like handing out money to like do outdoor seating and beer garden things. So these were a beer garden, a garden thing for an outdoor dining thing for a place up behind Last Chance. And I was walking past, and I have a habit of picking shit up off the trash
and
up
bringing
off
it
the street.
home.
And I saw these they're garden things, whatever the fuck they are. And I just saw them, and I was like, I reckon I could make tables out of these. So I rang someone and said, quick, get a van.
Yeah.
We piled them in, came back, fixed them up, so we had new outdoor furniture. Done the electricals, which is needed to happen because there was some crazy shit in here. But we've done a lot.
Done heaps.
Um,
Seemed like
So
it. but
we did start. We had to redo the kitchen because the kitchen was so bad.
Yeah.
So we started ripping that out, and then I ran out of money. But basically, it's ready to go. It's got about 2 weeks' work to go, but it's the most expensive. 2 weeks. So we've just put that on hold just because it's been quiet, and we've had to buy like a whole heap of shit, and it's been expensive. But we've done a lot.
Kitchen's on the way.
Kitchen is on its way, but it's just
2026.
2026. It's just a matter of money, but we've got a lot to do because basically this place has always had a lease on it. The owners haven't given a shit. No matter who the owner is, it should have had a leaseholder in. So now that it's owned by a foundation, our part of the deal that we have in being here is that we fix it all. So that's kind of
Our goal is that once our lease runs out here, we will be handing this building over, the business over to somebody to run,
And it'll be
they
perfect.
won't have to worry about the electrics. They won't have to worry about a leaking roof. It'll all be perfect for them.
Yeah.
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 So that's the whole goal. But Better Totes and Gardens. It's it's something.
That's
You
so-
come watch it, please.
It's a great
Watch
show.
it. It is.
Can you give us a Tim Allen impression right now?
I can't.
Nah.
Those Stabby from Last Chance, who works behind the bar late night.
He does a
He does a really good one, and yeah, I think maybe the idea for Better Totes and Gardens being what it is in terms of that theme song is definitely stabby.
Oh, dude.
So good.
It's so excellent. It's so
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done a lot more though. Like just things that people don't see.
Yeah.
They're probably but you need to do them first. So like electrical doesn't sound like much, but we spent the first year rewiring the whole pub. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then we've got like at least 10 years of fucking renovations to go. So yeah,
I reckon by the time 20 years, when we're done here, it'll just all be perfect.
Yeah.
It'll take us that long.
yeah,
But that's okay.
that's fine.
It's our journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's less fucked now than when we walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good because we can kind of do things here, which most places wouldn't be able to do.
A
Like,
bit of renovation right now.
yeah, just a
improvement, get rid of
cleaning.
cobwebs.
Yeah, but
But we're lucky because we can do things here.
yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got to do? There's a lot in store. Stay
Yeah.
tuned. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
We've relocated to the Tote now, which is really cool. You guys have saved the Tote. You ran a successful campaign to do that. How was that whole experience? You know, surely very busy,
It was very time consuming,
right? Yeah,
and it was surprisingly, of all things, very expensive to run.
yeah.
It
But
was very expensive.
yeah, it was an interesting time because it was, funnily enough, it was just something that we'd actually been planning on the Tote going up for sale during COVID.
Yeah.
And when we came out of COVID, one of the things I'd said to like Leanne and our booker Jake, I said, okay, I need to have the best year ever because I know that they're going to sell the Tote.
Yeah.
I thought that they'd just sell the business. And it's kind of like been the white whale of venues for me. It was like, if anyone ever asked me what I'd do if I'd won the lottery, it was like I'd buy the Tote.
Yeah.
Like it was very much that, and it's kind of a weird story. We're actually down in it kind of goes back to the holiday thing. We're in Port Fairy. My cousin was running a festival down there called
Down South.
Down
Fest.
South Fest, and we were down there because I'd go down and watch it and help out, work on it, and that was kind of our holiday,
Yeah,
working holiday.
holiday for sure.
And we were down there, and all of a sudden, we just, our phones started going nuts. And the first one we got was from a friend of ours called Jaden, and it just said, "You fuckers better buy the Tote." And we were like, "What?
Yeah.
What's
And we
going
didn't
on?"
have much phone reception
We didn't-
either.
yeah.
So it was,
We're
So
out
you're
of
completely unaware at this point of anything
Yeah.
that's going on.
So we kind of ducked straight back into town, and we went to the local football ground, and
Yeah.
I just literally Googled Tote for sale,
Yeah, right.
real estate agent, and I rang them, and I said, "Well, how much?" And they went, 6. I had not read anything about what was happening, nothing. I went, $600,000, that's a lot of money. I said, and I was like, I'll give you a call back in 5 minutes. And I rang our accountant and said, how much do you reckon I'd be able to borrow? And he told me, and I went, okay. And I'm like, cool. So I rang the guy back. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Like, he goes, real? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, 600,000. He goes, no. 6 to 6.6 million. And I went,
Which is a bigger number, right?
yeah, it's a lot
yeah.
bigger.
A little bigger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was sitting there and I was like, okay. And I didn't really say much. I just said, look, I'm back on, I think it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday this happened. And I was like, I'm back in the week, I'll give you a ring. And yeah, it was just one of those things where it was just kind of, I went back to where we were staying and I pulled my computer out and I sat there for like a whole night just going, how the fuck can I do this?
Yeah.
And then I kind of realised, because I spoke to some people, that what was going to happen was that no one was going to pay $6 million or more for this to remain a live music venue, because it makes no financial sense for anyone to do that, because there's not that much money in live music, and you know.
And it is the perfect location for apartments.
Yeah, it is. It's like perfectly, you know, like as we've become acutely aware over the last 2 years, lots of people want to put apartments around here. So it was just an idea, and I've always thought you know, it sucks that these places that are of vital importance to a huge part of our community and so much good happens from them is owned by assholes that profit out of them. So I was like, well, how do I circumvent that? And I was like, what if no one owned it? I said, I wonder if that would work. And yeah, just the idea came from that. And I was like, I spoke to a few people about it and they said, impossible. And I said, yeah, that's true. But I was probably the only one that was confident that we'd do it because it was a lot of money we had to raise. You know, $3 million is no small feat. And yeah, I kind of came to the conclusion that like, it's great if we do it, but if we fail, at least I'll be able to throw some rocks at the window before they pull it down.
Yeah.
Because it's just to make noise about how important these places are. And it's true, they're not building new live music venues. It's fucking impossible to do it. And, you know, the Tote is this is, in my opinion, the most important live music venue ever in Australia. I think you can rank that above the Crystal Ballroom, the Espy in its heyday, the Punters Club, any of them. It's just always been there and it's always done its thing. And it's very iconic. So it sucks that some really rich fuckwit can come in and pull it down and just take that away from the community. So, you know, we managed to raise the money and we managed to raise the rest of the money, which will be forever paying off. But it's important because this place will always be here. It's owned by a foundation. Not sure how many people understand the setup here, but we raised the money, the half of it, less than half, it ended up a lot less than half of the purchase price. And we literally bought it and we set up a foundation, and that foundation is run by a board of independent people, and it owns it. So it can never be sold. It can never be anything. We've got written in the constitution of the foundation that it can only ever be a live music venue. And I think that's a good way in which the government could continue to protect these places when they do come up for sale, to buy them and do what we've done.
Yep.
Because it's important.
Yeah.
And these places are, in terms of culture and what it produces, is more important than National Gallery. National Gallery's more important than anything else.
Yeah.
This is the vast majority of people have more to do with the Tote than they do with those places.
Yep.
So we need those protections in place, and we need the governments to really pull their finger out and protect them, because it's important for young people, it's important for old people. It's important for everyone. So yeah, it was a crazy thing, and it's the community that did it.
Yeah.
So which I don't know how they did it. I don't know how we kind of pulled it off, but we did.
We've got 20 years here.
Yeah.
We've got a 20-year lease.
We've got a 20-year lease. And if we make it that 20 years,
we might not make. We might make it.
We might just get halfway through and get
5 years.
And then the idea is, because I think that live music venues are generational, and it's something that you can't gatekeep. You've got to pass that on to the next generation to carry on, and they'll be able to do the same thing.
Yep.
So it'll always remain relevant. It won't get. It'll remain in the hands of the people. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think
Sometimes I forget.
I forget how to
And
say
then when you say it out loud, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, it
that
was
is good.
Such a remarkable effort, and the idea is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Completely.
When it first came out, we were all just, obviously your first thought as someone that comes here, that's been coming here for years, is, oh, fuck, all right, well, there we go. That's going to get knocked down at the apartments. Yeah. And then when the crowdfunding campaign began, and then when the traction started rolling, and then when even before it was even successful, as the wheels were turning, and you're like, oh my God, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work. And then when it actually fucking happened, it's incredible, because you think the community is doing, the music community and just the wider community is doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much support for sport and, you know, other elements of the arts and whatever else, but it just feels like as much as live music helps so many causes and, you know, there's so many events that are music related that raise so much money for different things, it just feels like there's not that bigger picture support. So the fact that they came together through the people wanting the tote to stay, it's absolutely insane. And it's just incredible. And being here the other night watching Tootie Cole play, and she said, I've been following the whole time. I can't believe that I'm standing on this fucking stage again playing, because she played here so many years ago with Fred, being like, I got the emails. I was up to date. I can't believe we saved the tote, but of course we did. Like, and that's incredible that it was so widespread all over the world.
Yeah.
Everybody was involved.
It's insane. Yeah, like the reach that we got was incredible. And that was all community driven.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, and we spoke to Tootie about it, and she came in because we found a heap of, I saw Dead Moon here with the powder moon. Like, but we found a whole heap. If you go down in the front bar, we've got a picture of Fred up, we've got a picture of Tootie up, and we just got another one framed of Tootie, and like that, their ethics behind music is greatly informed what I do as a living, because I'm very independent. Fred ran like his ideas kind of, you know, meld with my own, and the fact she spoke to us about it, she was just the nicest person, but she gave us that insight of like, this is what Fred would have wanted. You know, this is how music should be. And she actually said, our music is family, and that's how we've always approached it. And, you know, I think this place is a great example of that. Like, if I get nothing but a stroke and a heart attack out of this place, it'll be the best thing that I've ever done. Which is true. It's like, we don't want anything from this apart from it to continue doing what it does.
Yeah.
And I really hope, and I beat on this a lot, but I think that I really hope that the government steps in and does it for other places as well.
Yeah.
And just take what happened with the tote on board and protect them, because in any way that they can, because they are so important, and the good that they do is immeasurable. You can't count it. Like, we wouldn't be sitting here without having that, all loving music. And, you know, I know I'd be in jail. Like 100% without music, I would either be, I would have actually it's the same track. I would have had awful substance abuse issues, because I'm from a small town and it's a shit place to be, or I'd be in jail because I had nothing else in my life until I found music. And it kind of like, it really straightened my life out, and it does good things.
Definitely.
So, you know, and I'm not the only one. Like, I'm pretty sure we could just line up people and they'd have how much better their life is because of the music that they listen to, no matter what.
All of us that are in this room could probably say the same thing.
Yeah. So, and I think everyone watching. So, yeah, if the government, no matter which government it is, you know, of the political spectrum, just get in and do it.
Yeah.
So, But it was an insane time, and thank you to everyone. Like, you know, it was just Leanne thought I was insane.
I mean, I still do.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, honestly, like, it is an insane idea to think, like, would this work? And I remember when we reached the first $1 million on it,
which even sounds wild to say.
And we were, I was like, there was a friend of mine sat there and looked at me, and he goes, I thought you were batshit insane. And he goes, but I think that this is going to happen. And I was like, yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah. Like, it'll happen. And then...
It takes an insane idea. You can't, you know, you need to have that.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Nothing's going to happen. Like,
like, but we focused for like months on, that was it.
Yeah, that was our whole life.
That was our whole life.
I can imagine.
Literally, every moment.
It's like refreshing. It was like as if, you know, how you refresh your phone and look at the socials or whatever. It was like that was what we were watching. Watching it click over.
So for most people, it kind of like, because when we reached the target, it was like, okay, we reached it, and then there was a real good chance that we were not going to purchase it. There was a lot of toing and froing between the parties, and like
they went on for a very long time. It was really stressful. That was probably the worst part.
And it was very hard because we couldn't say anything publicly. about what was going on. So a lot happened behind the scenes that we can't speak about, but it was a lot of toing and froing, and it was really tough to get to the point where we got a contract of sale.
Is this while the campaign was
No,
going?
campaign, this is
Finished.
after. It was
It went on for
finished.
a really
So-
long time.
Wow.
And then it was a matter of financing it, which there were some incredible people that stepped in and said, look, we'll do any. Like we had a barrister ring us and goes like, I will set up the foundation for you. This is what I do. And as a musician, and they did it, and they went, we'll take care of that. All these people threw in all these weird things which you just didn't expect. Like, but they were all for the music community. You go, fuck, you're embarrassed now? Like,
I've been watching your band.
That's your fucking
your
job.
band play for years. I didn't know that.
What? We have lives outside of the front bar.
Yeah, and it was really weird. But that fact that it might have just fell on its ass at the last moment.
Yeah.
And-
That was the scariest.
Yeah, it was the
actually.
scariest part. Like, in all honesty, we got locked into a bank. We almost lost. We got locked into a
The bank gave our money to the wrong people. All this crazy stuff has happened.
It was
You got
like-
one job. Come
Yeah.
on.
it
we
was
got
an
locked in the
insane
bank,
story.
and then the
And we had to
bank
lock us
transferred
in the
money
bank, and
to the
they
wrong
had to
people.
find the money. And we had like
And it
12 hours to find
had to be
it.
done by 3 p.m.
Yeah, it
or
was
all
fucking.
gone.
It was all these
What the hell is
things.
that?
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, it was all this insane stuff.
A lot of crazy things happened that we couldn't talk about.
We couldn't
And you
talk
couldn't answer to anyone, and
No, we
you were the
couldn't.
faces behind this,
Yeah.
and then you can't ask her any
No.
questions because
We're trying to get the sale through, and
Yeah.
like that was the only thing we wanted was to sign. And even the day we were meant to sign the contract of sale, they rang us and said, "Don't worry about coming." And we're like, "Fuck." Like we just automatically thought they'd pulled it
Doesn't sound
because
like a good
we
thing.
know that there were developers still trying to buy it, but because we'd kind of created a situation where they sold it to anyone. But
It was a big wave
us.
around the world.
they were kind of going to cop the shit because they had said that they wanted to keep it a live music venue. And 100% they got offers bigger than ours for a developer to buy it. But we kind of cornered them into the point where it's like,
Up until that last minute, wasn't it? It was.
we were really afraid that a developer was just going to come and go, well, we'll give you $10 million.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, because it is worth a lot of money. And
But that was a lot of pressure, wasn't it?
yeah.
And like you said, we were the faces of it. So but we couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
But
And
we
then-
wanted to give answers to people, but we weren't allowed.
And it was like all this stuff, like, we ended up with a shortfall of of the t-shirt drama. Fuck. So Leanne and I have paid for everything we've paid for ourselves personally for the t-shirts and shit like that's why we're still sending them. We've got boxes at home. We're
We've got
sending
so
out
many
next
boxes
week.
at
I
our
was not going to
house.
bring it
That's
up.
okay. It's okay.
I
But
sent
it's one of
someone a
those
photo
things.
the other day of all the boxes
Someone
at our
had
house.
like people will ask me, and I'm like, if it's the last thing I do, I'll get them out because we're paying for that out of our own pocket.
Yeah.
You're people of
Which
your
is-
word as well.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where people go, "Don't worry about it." And I go, "You
No,
go
you're
fuck
getting it."
yourself. You get your t-shirts." It's the last thing I do. So we should be through that process in the next 4 months, which is a huge thing. Like, and it's been super expensive. It's cost us hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, which we didn't account for people not giving us the money that they pledged, which is fine. But
Circumstances change.
Circumstances
So
change for different people.
Yeah.
But it's
I think going into it though, there was a lot of things we didn't account for because we've never done this before.
Yeah, and then when we walked in and we realised how fucked up this building was, and we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but and then running a business through, which everyone, and this is another point to make for live music people, like why you go out and support your live music venues, and I don't care which one it is.
Yeah.
If they put live music on, you should support them. Is that it's really expensive to run a fucking live music venue.
Yeah.
The associated cost with we're a pub.
Yeah.
But we've got like the price of our cost of goods is fucking out of control. We've got extra staff that we have to employ that are expensive. It's all these things. So that's why you should go to live music. One, so the artist gets paid because that's how they're making their money.
Yep.
But we live on a razor thin
Well, I
margin.
think that's why a lot of venues stop being live music venues and just
Yeah.
become a pub.
Yeah.
Because it's easier. They can make some money.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for
No.
it. But that it makes sense
Yeah.
Yeah,
why people do that.
But yeah, it's important that people get out and support your friends making music.
for sure.
Yep.
So like this is a great example of what can happen when you support people. So it's like you go out once a week, you go out twice a week, you go out poodle a
Be a
week.
poodle.
Who is
downstairs
downstairs right
downstairs.
now?
He's gone, yeah.
We summoned him.
Yeah. So it's fucking the whole campaign was ridiculously stupid. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It had to look from the outside, from the inside.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't know how you did all this.
Yeah. But as people that love coming to gigs and this place has been so important, you know, I've made some of my lifelong friends here. I've been to gigs here. People, like we said earlier, we've made enemies here. We've made best friends here, all of it, you know. I don't know what we'd do without a place like this, you know.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier about like the generational thing of being publicans and owning buildings and owning pubs and whatever, the young people need to start somewhere. And because that's the thing, we all, you know, everybody loves the really popular bands that have huge traction, and that's awesome, like your Amyl and the Sniffers and you know, whoever else, just as an example. But like, they have to start somewhere to get to that point. And if you have no small venues to play to, you can't start playing at a 500-person venue and nobody turns up. You've got to start in the front bar. And it's super important that these places exist. Yeah, and
I don't know what you know, like house gigs, sure, but you know, it's not the same.
No.
Which is, you know, that's irony that we're on the small stage up here, because you know, you start that front bar, you come up here, then hopefully you make it out the back. So, you know, and then from there, who knows? But you know, a band like Amyl and the Sniffers, or you can go through like
Coffin, all of them.
You can go through 45 years of bands here, and you see who's played here and who started here, and it's a fucking list where you just go, holy shit, you know, and that's going to continue, which is fucking pretty cool. So I never know who the next one are. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen the next best thing already here at Last Chance. So it's fucking incredible that it gets to happen here, 100%.
Even being able to have all ages shows here, I think is an important thing, because that's what's the foundation for the future.
That's we've done a fair few all ages, and
we've done some fun ones.
That's so cool.
There's so few and far between, and the opportunities for young people to get to go to gigs is almost impossible now, and it's so good. The kids go off.
We had one here the other week.
They've got it.
They've got the energy. It was so cute. We had Posse Shop. Do all ages, and it's, you know, all these different people, and then there's some like little 4-year-olds on their dad's shoulders wearing balaclavas. every word.
Awesome.
Like this is the best.
So
they're the moments you're like, oh, this is why we do it.
There seems to be such demand for all ages shows. Like, we've interviewed a lot of people, and I guess it's a pretty common theme. It's like, hey, we played an all ages show. It was awesome. I want to do more of that. So
they're actually really hard to do. I think that's why venues.
And I think the way in which, you know, and this is a dreaded C word related fucking thing, is so much funding has been pulled from, and you know, when I say the arts, it's been pulled from us. Live music. It's not the arts. Like they're fucking still giving money to the hoity-toities. For the 1% of stuff. They're still getting their funding, but the majority aren't getting theirs. So it's a real shame, in that, you know, people like the Push, they need their funding, and they deserve it. And you know, that's another thing that, so those kids can put on their shows, and you know, hopefully, you know, they rip some money from the opera or the ballet.
They got heaps of money.
They got heaps of money. They got private donors.
They got people giving them money all the time. They're all right.
So, but if there's any really rich people watching, if you would like to give some money to the Push or any of those youth organisations that put on, just do it. And
do it for the kids.
If you're do it for the kids. They deserve it. They'll take private donors. And if you're from the government,
same.
Like, no one's going to the opera, man. No one's
moshing at the opera.
That's right.
We could try.
But yeah, the Tote, it's here forever. So.
It's incredible. I don't even know what to say.
Awesome to hear. Yeah.
We won't be here forever.
No, I won't.
None of us will.
No.
We're not.
Will be. Yeah.
Taxidermy.
So
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to figure that out, like, because we're like, if we're gonna put us anywhere when I'm dead, I'm like, it's be a bit like a marriage where like they just stick a really stern looking picture of me above the bar and my ashes in front of it, and it can be like, you know,
that's cool.
Don't fuck my toilets, just kind of look like, dude,
Yeah, over each toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
toilet.
Those
That's
eyes
it.
that look
Yeah.
like they
Yeah, just a
move.
little like a you know how the Buddhists make little wax, they mix it with paraffin wax with the ashes
Yep.
and just stick me there with the really like fucking
Stop throwing pints into the toilet.
Yeah, well, stop stealing my pints. But yeah, we'll be here forever, dude.
We sorted it.
Yeah, where do you want to go?
I
Yes.
support you. I'll
You'll be right beside me
I'll be
again.
right beside you.
See,
There it is.
that's
okay.
love.
Support your crazy ideas. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, here we are.
Come
Dead
this far.
Shane and Leanne coming to a toilet near you.
We're at the tote. We're in the band room. Can you tell us about some of the improvements that you've had to make back here, but also overall some of the things that needed to be done?
I also like how it's standing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite cool. I like
the
it.
roof. The roof.
Yeah,
The roof.
Those
Correct.
leaks
It's
you were
not,
talking
it's not
about.
raining anymore. Like literally, I'm not kidding you. When we got in, there was a piece of paper and it said,
It's still up on the
still
wall.
up
We've
the
left
wall.
it there.
it's a rain. What happens when it rains? And it was fucking insane. I just looked at it and went,
Indoor wet weather plan.
it was an indoor wet weather plan.
And it had said every day they had to check the bomb, like the Bureau of
Bureau of
Meteorology,
Meteorology,
like in case it's going to rain, because then
Right.
you have to follow these steps
Yeah.
because it may rain
so
and
It was
the
just,
place is fucked.
Yeah, so it was like bins out. You had the sandbag over at one of the entrances, and I was like, looked at it, and I'm like, well, would it help if we just cleaned out this gutter? And you know, like
That helped.
replaced
Wow.
the sheeting on the roofs. And now this room doesn't leak. The only times it leaks is when we get condensation from the
Aircon.
aircon. Oh, actually, there is one other leak, but we've got to rip out all the refrigeration units and stuff in order to fix that. So that's
That's just a Sunday afternoon.
but
not
yeah,
easy.
that's just a that's just a small one that we have
Just a
to do.
little one.
But besides-
that's only an extreme like when it pours.
But it doesn't rain on stage
doesn't rain on
anymore.
stage
Oh, that's
anymore,
good.
Which is very disappointed that if there's any musicians that are into like water sports or anything like that, you will not get that sensation
no.
anymore at the
Yep.
tote. It's dry.
Yep.
So yeah, but other than that, it's probably not too much has changed in the band room. The things will change a lot. But yeah, it's basically just a little bit of general maintenance, but it definitely needs a fair bit of love in here. I'm just looking around, looking at everything going, oh, fuck. But yeah,
It's getting there.
it's getting there.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly getting there.
Yeah.
What movie is it with the? Is it Flashdance?
Yeah. They,
Yeah.
It was a bit
Kind of like that.
Yeah, right behind
Actually,
you.
at the start, though, the very, very start, we did have to check the weather every night because we were even considering cancelling shows.
Yeah.
Because we didn't feel it was
We didn't
safe.
feel it was
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, wow.
So
Yeah.
So
luckily we escaped without having to go get the musicians off stage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
now they're safe.
Oh, great.
You know, probably a good thing for a live music venue to take care of the people that
An
are
indoor music venue.
an
Yeah.
indoor one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always we were kind of an outdoor one for a little while, but yeah, but that's probably the biggest thing. And again, like that's the things you don't see. Like we've
Yeah.
done a lot of the electrical. There's still a lot more stuff there is a lot of stuff that has to happen in here, and you know we did apply for some funding for soundproofing. That was very kindly rejected by the federal government. Sorry, got him again.
This is why we don't
This
get
is why
grants.
we don't get grants.
Yeah.
I
But
really
that's
thought
fine.
they would approve that.
You
It's like
really-
So do I.
stopping the sound.
Um,
that they
We actually, because
Yeah.
we're after soundproofing and accessibility,
Accessibility. And yeah,
and they said no.
they said no. They said no go. So
It's like, yeah.
yeah, but that's our
want it
next.
to succeed.
Yeah, our next
We'll just
thing-
do it ourselves.
our
We don't
next
care.
Thing before we do the kitchen is accessibility, which we're going to pay for ourselves, and then the soundproofing because we know that we're in an area that they want to build apartments in, and you know we want to be good neighbours, but you know it's like a $300,000-$400,000 to get all that done, and you know we're working on it. So
Yep.
it's one of those crazy things that we've just got ourselves into, and hopefully it'll happen. Talking about, I just seen one of the sandbags has had a leak. So,
Yep.
so, you know, if it had rained,
We would have
we'd
been
like being
fine.
at the beach.
Come down to the beach at the tote.
Newest insulation.
Oh, it won't rain, but you can get some sand.
That's right.
Speaking of other fun things that have happened at the Tote, like we asked you at Last Chance, can you tell us about some of your favourite gigs that you've been to at the Tote? Either pre or, post takeover, either.
It's kind of hard, isn't it? Because it does all blend into one.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, I've got my recent
I think
moments in my head.
The West Fest is probably our favourite day of the year. So I have a friend who works at Cranbourne West Secondary College, and it's a public school out there in Cranbourne. It's a new school, and we do a program with them where they teach the kids in their music class what it's like to book and play and promote a show. And anyway, which makes complete sense because 99.9% of kids that do music at school that go on to play music, being either kids or adults, end up at places like the Tote. So it's probably better to teach them the ins and outs of that so they have a knowledge base. Yeah. So every year we do that, and that's definitely like some of the kids that we've done are now playing house shows. A couple are coming here to play gigs. We've got one in January and February and March. One man.
That's the most fulfilling day.
Yeah, it is the most important thing that we do because it's teaching those kids. So we do that every year, and they come in. We have all ages, all the parents come, and the performances by like these 15, 16-year-old kids are amazing. So shout out to Good Shane from Cranbourne West, who's my mate.
Because this is Bad Shane.
Yeah, so it was. It was literally
Good
one of those
Shane, Bad
crazy
Shane.
ideas we had. I won't say what we were doing because the children were out having a general conversation somewhere. We were, a couple of cups of tea, and we went, we were talking about how when we were at school, we wish we had learnt this.
Yeah.
And then he literally just went, oh no, I'm a fucking music teacher. And,
And the school's right behind it.
And
like their principal.
All their teachers play in bands that play here at the Tote. And I play in a band with Good Shane, and it's like natural. So that's the best one for me personally that we've done since we've taken over, no matter what. But I suppose, who else? You'd have a few.
I don't know. The Nation Blue.
Yeah.
Nation Blue was pretty good.
The other week was pretty good.
Peep
Tempel.
Yeah.
That was pretty special.
My birthday.
Tootie Cole.
Yeah.
Shane's birthday gig.
That was cool. I had the Coffin and like two of my favourite bands of all time, Coffin and the Kremlings. And I thought the one thing Leanne said, well, who do you want to play for my 40th? And I was like, we got Coffin and the Kremlings together. The Kremlings hadn't played in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And so I managed to do that. And that I stayed sober for that gig because it was just so good. But probably pre us taking over, I saw the Powder Monkeys here, so
Yeah, enough said.
you can't. Those gigs will probably go down as being some of the best gigs I've ever been to because they were just phenomenal. But yeah, I can't even think of all the front bar shows I've seen over the years. A lot of them. I remember there was any Bat Piss gig, Flower. There's so many.
It's a hard question.
It's
so many bands.
And it's an interesting one to answer because you can kind of see as you're thinking about them the excitement of all the shit that we've all seen here.
Yeah.
And even being put on the spot, being asked that question or getting time to prep for it, it's still just like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been even
a week later you'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been even some shows that we've been working or we've even before we took over, we've only seen 5 minutes of a set.
Yeah.
And you leave feeling like, oh my God, that was the best.
Yeah.
That's what I needed in my life.
Yeah.
McCluskey were cool. On that first tour they did here.
Did you see that?
I saw
Were
that.
you here?
Yeah, I was here.
There you go.
Nice.
So many.
Yeah.
There's just so many. There's a Miss Destiny front bar show that I was at that was fucking awesome. They were a great band.
That was good.
They were, Jesus, oh fuck, you could just rattle off. I mean,
Yeah.
like one of the bands on my hit list to get for here, that they're an older band. We had the New Christ play here a while back, but if I get, but along that ilk, like I'm like really chasing the Hoodoo Gurus.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm like, Miss Free Love on here.
Doesn't seem
That's
impossible.
something. No, it doesn't. But it's one of those ones where you go, oh, how much longer are they going to play for?
Yeah.
And you're not sure. So, but yeah, so many. You know the thing that I really hate thinking about the Tote? All the gigs that I missed out on.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot where I've just looked
that
at
could be a whole nother question.
Yeah.
Of what gig do you wish you were at?
Yeah.
What gig did you buy a ticket to and then you sat in the smokers area and
Yeah.
didn't make it in for? That's a whole nother question again.
That's
We've all been in
But
that
made
situation.
best friends
Best
with
friends.
people in the
Best
smokers.
time of my life. Smoked so many ciggies and made a best friend. It's the best.
there's been so
There's
many.
been so many.
Like even since we've taken over, you just sit there and you just go, oh, holy shit, we've
Yeah.
had such a really good run.
Yeah. Yeah, like watching Tootie Cole here the other week and then remembering jamming in here and watching Fred and Tootie play here 2017 or 18, 16?
16 or 17.
Something like that. Yeah. I remember just standing over near the DJ booth and just fucking crying the whole time because I was like, this is what love is like.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, I cried watching the sound check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All week,
Yeah.
Shane walked out in tears.
Yeah.
It was like,
You couldn't not.
Yeah.
And it was jam-packed in here. I remember seeing Horse Hunter's last show.
Yeah, shit.
Again, stood on top of that couch up there just being like, fuck, I'm never going to see this ever again.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable
those sort of
shit.
moments, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. And that's why I suppose music's the funny thing, isn't it? It's like, it gets you in those weird moments when you don't expect, like you're watching a dirty rock and roll band and you're like, oh, fuck me.
I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah, but I don't know. What else is there? I'm just trying to think
I
of all
can't
the
even-
obscure stuff.
I can't even think.
We'll do a part 2 in a couple of weeks.
You could go on and on. Yeah, well, maybe we will do. Like in the kitchen, they've got all the posters there that
Yeah.
we're trying to preserve.
Yeah.
And it's like, some of the gigs you just look up and go, fuck, did that happen here? Like, Jesus. That's like bands you just don't think about anymore. So that's the other thing. There's so many bands.
Yeah.
Bands that don't exist anymore.
Bands that don't exist anymore, but did exist. And now they're just like memories. And some, the heads. I think the head's only got so much space. And then you kind of like start forgetting shit.
Yeah.
And
You
then
start
you
taping
see
over it,
something.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Or even like the other night when Digger and the Pussycats played in the front bar with Cash Savage. And that was nice because I remember seeing Cash for the first time here years and years and years ago and then having it,
Yeah.
full circle for me personally again.
Yeah.
Special moments like that's pretty good.
Yeah. Just right. Yeah, fuck, it's nuts, isn't it? Music's a nuts thing. Yeah. But being in it every day, yeah, it's a luxury.
Yeah.
So as much as we bitch and complain about having to work, I get to work at a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty insane.
Yeah, it's pretty.
We're very lucky.
We're very lucky.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important for this place to exist and places like this to exist and for gigs to keep happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, couldn't say it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got to keep happening and we keep happening.
We'll keep going. Try.
We'll try.
Go to gigs. That's
Yeah.
it.
Fuck yeah.
Any final words?
No, just thanks for having us on. No, but yeah,
You've
just
always got final words. You've got a lot of words all the
a lot of
time.
words. Probably just like to the general community, like keep coming.
Yeah.
And to the bands, keep playing. You don't have to be good, but if you are,
Well,
lucky you.
some of the best bands that I listen to now have told me that when they started, they didn't even know how to play their instruments. They just got up there and gave it a go, and now they're super successful, or just having fun still.
Yeah.
yeah, and like the best thing you can do is go to a gig and take your friends along to them because it's a numbers game, and we don't end up with popular bands bands don't end up successful unless people go. So as many people go and watch a band you don't know, you find some lovely stuff. Like I still will be working in an afternoon or at night and I'll see an opening band and I'll just go, fuck, where did you come from? And, they're kids.
Yeah.
So, like, you never know what you're going to find on a random night in Melbourne or anywhere else in the world for that matter. You can find the next best thing, and it doesn't have to be next best thing for the best of the world. It can just be the next best thing for you.
Yeah.
So, we all got different tastes, and I've said some of the best bands I've ever known have gone nowhere.
Yeah.
But they're the best band in the world for me.
Yeah.
So you go out and find that.
It's a really nice way to say
Yeah, I
it.
love how
is.
you said that.
Yeah. Well,
You say a lot, but that actually sounded good
I'm for a dumb person, I say smart things sometimes.
sometimes.
But yeah, keep coming to gigs. Keep supporting us, and we'll keep supporting the bands, and bands will keep supporting us, and merry-go-round will keep going. But yeah, that's it.
Fuck
You
yeah.
got anything to say?
You've said it all.
Do you blame me?
Every day for everything. But like I said, I support you.
That's been the theme of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support everyone and support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. And it actually is the best thing we can do.
Definitely.
Yeah. So thanks to Leanne.
You're welcome.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you are.
Honestly.
Thank you so much for spending the day with us
That's all
and
right.
for letting us run through your venues.
That's
It's
all right.
been really nice, hasn't it?
Come on back. I'm sure
We will.
You'll be here tonight.
We're here
So,
tonight. We're going to be here tonight.
Yeah.
We're not leaving.
Yeah. No.
Thanks for coming on the pod.
Thank
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. The theme music runs out.
And then we have to get off there. Take the guts.